men have sat on this table, but there can only be one show.
MTC Beats.
It's time for the Money, Mind, Mastery Podcast.
Oh, we live, man. What's going on, everybody? My name is MP.
My name is Stefan SB.
And we are the Triple M Podcast. Triple M stands for Money, Mind, Mastery. And man, I'm excited. This weekend going to be real good.
Stampede.
Real good. No, not the Stampede. Screw the Stampede, man. There's something way bigger than the Stampede. Yep. Way bigger. What's happening in SB? Tell the people, man. Tell the people. They need to know.
It's the big fight, man. The biggest fight of boxing since probably Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this for a long ass time. You said what, 5 years?
5 years, 6 years in the making, man. It's overdue, but hey, we have it. We can't complain.
It's here now, man. They're finally giving the fans what they want, and that fight is the Spence Crawford fight.
Yes, sir.
Huge,
for
big,
all the marbles,
all the belts, man. Who can walk out with all the Infinity Stones, man? Who do you think, man? Talk about? That's what we are gonna talk about, man. And let's get this thing popping. Let's start off on a real nice positive note, and then we'll get into the real nitty gritty stuff. The gratitude series.
Yes, sir.
What are you grateful for, man?
Man, I'll start. I'm grateful for this fight. It's again 5-6 years in the making, man. You know, politics, the business got into it. But again, I'm not here to complain about what happened or what could have happened. The most important thing is we do have the fight coming up July 29th, and I'm grateful for it, man. We're about to see action. We're about to see greatness. We're about to see a lot of things, man, and I'm really, really excited for it.
Man, me too, man. Me too. So I'm grateful for life, man. Life's good. I always say this, but like, dude, every day we gotta be grateful for life, man. Life is great. Every day is always a good day, man. Obviously, there are gonna be some up and downs, but man, as long as you look at the positives and don't dwell on the negatives, it's always gonna be a good life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
So, yeah, man. So let's get it popping, man. Let's biggest fight in boxing. We've all been waiting for this. Spence Crawford.
Love it.
I'm pumped, bro. It's tomorrow, 29th. That's when it's gonna be happening. How mad would you be if it's a draw?
Not really mad. I mean, it's the outcome, of course, that'll be a little disappointing. But if it's a draw, that means one thing, right?
Another round two.
Exactly.
Right? Round two, man. Round two. I myself, I'll be honest, I haven't done much research into Spence Crawford. That's my boy. I love my bud. You know what I'm saying?
Bud.
That is my boy right there, man. And how do you want to do this, man? How do you want to talk about this fight? Let's outline the pros and cons of each fighter.
We talk about the advantages, their strengths, weaknesses, their experience, and then at the end of the day, at the end we can do the official prediction, man.
Hell yeah, man. Let's start with Crawford.
Perfect.
Crawford, the legend. I heard this in a podcast.
They're both legends already.
Yeah, so. They are. They're both legends. But Crawford's my boy. I heard this in a podcast. I'm sure you see it too. $1 million worth of game. They're saying that he'll fuck dudes up. Then he'll go back home and he looks like a car mechanic. I was like, what? You guys are wild for saying that, man. But he just doesn't look the part. But the one thing I will give him, man, and the one thing I really admire about his fighting style is his switch hitting. You know, when he goes from orthodox to southpaw. One fighting example, Gamboa. Bro, he was struggling in orthodox.
Yep.
Switched to southpaw, dominated the whole fight. That versatility of that, bro, it's insane. And bro, doing that's hard.
Oh man, we just started boxing, and I only have one stance, and that's the orthodox. But I think he's natural right-handed, so that also says a lot. Yeah. Because he does his switch hitting, and he switches, but he's mainly comfortable with being a left-handed, to be honest.
Yeah.
And once he switches, he rarely goes back. So, but that's one of his strengths for sure, is his versatility. Another one I'd say is his IQ.
Ring IQ, yeah, I agree.
He's not Spence. Crawford is the type of guy that downloads you first.
Yeah.
He starts really slow. I won't say he starts slow. He doesn't execute yet. He downloads everything about you, and then by third, fourth round, that's
figured you out.
That's a wrap. Yeah,
that's your game plan.
Yeah, so that's one of his strengths, and there's a lot, man. A lot we can talk about still.
His speed too, bro.
Oh yeah,
fast.
He's
boy.
faster than Spence, I tell you that.
Yeah. Wait, who's the bigger dude? Is it no? It's Spence
Spence
for
is
sure.
the bigger dude. Spence is the bigger dude. We'll go about that later.
That's gonna be crazy, man. So some negatives about Crawford, man. What do you think Spence would
capitalize
really capitalize on? Yeah.
I think the number one thing is his size. Although, Crawford is not a small welterweight per se, but Spence is a big welterweight.
Yeah.
Spence walks around what, 180, 190 pounds, and he fights at 147, so that says a lot.
Big weight cut.
He also said that this might be the last fight, at 147, because he's been weight bullying all these people his whole life. So that will be his advantage for sure.
You think he's gonna walk him down, Spence?
I think that's his plan.
Yeah.
That's his plan.
It's
That's
pressure.
always been his plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go over Spence's later, but in terms of I don't say it's weakness. It's just Spence's advantage over Crawford. It's number one, it's his size.
Yeah. No, 100%. I agree, man. What else does Crawford have that Spence doesn't? In your opinion,
Like a
obviously
strength?
it's all subjective. Yeah, strength.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot. So I
Tons.
think in terms of counter punching, Terence has one up on Spence on that one. Counter punching, speed. I also think he can't be more rugged than Spence. He's not. I think the keys to his victory is his counter punching, his ability to punch while you're punching,
Yep.
and his adjustment. So that'll be one of the key things for him to be successful that night.
I agree. And just giving Spence different looks, just always switching.
Exactly.
That's the big thing
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
When you're sparring and someone does that on you, bro, you just can't get used to it.
Oh, not at all.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
I think-
crazy.
yeah, another advantage will be his he should be punching with Spence.
Yeah.
You can't let Spence walk you down.
No. Because
He'll
if that
break
happens,
you.
oh yeah, exactly.
He'll break you,
Right.
especially you being the smaller guy.
Oh, all day.
Yeah, so I think one of his keys is to actually every time Spence throws a jab, he's throwing the jab back,
Yeah,
letting Spence know,
need
hey,
to.
I'm
Don't
not
lose
here
your
to get one.
respect.
Exactly, because
Right?
once he loses respect and once he knows that you're just letting him punch you, man,
He'll capitalize
that's
on
it.
that, man.
That's
He'll take
it.
over.
That's
you know?
it, bro. Yeah,
Now let's do Spence, man. Big fish.
big fish, man.
Big fish. The truth.
What's his name?
No, wait, that's not the truth.
It is. He
It
is
is
the
the truth.
truth.
What am I talking
Errol
about?
Spence, man. Errol Spence. He's the truth. He's the Moby Dick. That's what they call him, because he's a big fish. You can't fish him, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about disadvantages first. His weaknesses.
Ooh, what do you think? This is tough because I the only thing I really know about him is a lot of his strengths, but I haven't really looked into his downsides.
I think him being the bigger fighter is also him being the slower fighter.
Mm?
So not to say he's slow, but he's not faster than Crawford. If Crawford capitalizes on that, of him being slower than him, then he'll have a hard time, because if Crawford keeps countering you, that means you always have to reset. And Spence is great. His pressure is great, but when it comes to reset, I think that's the key. If he keeps resetting during that fight, that'll be a long night. That'll be a long night. So, one is his speed will be he's at a disadvantage, and I think the biggest thing for Spence this fight, and I'll go over that later, is his time off in the ring.
Oh yeah, because he's been injured for quite some time now.
Yeah, he's been injured a couple of times throughout the years, and the last fight he had was against Ugas when he broke Ugas.
Yeah.
But that was back in August 2022. No, yeah, sometime 2022, and it's already mid 2023.
Yeah.
So
almost
he's
a
been
year.
off for about more than a year. So
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. He's off for a bit, and when it comes to fighting, it's hard to. You always got to be on top of your game, right? Especially in terms of you're getting your reps in.
Yeah, that's
So that's
true.
really important.
Because ring rust might be real. Who knows though?
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, last fight though, he was off for 2 years.
Yeah.
And he broke Ugas. Although he got hit, he can't get hit against Crawford.
Yeah.
But he got hit, but he still broke Ugas and broke his eye socket. So
It's true. Because did they call the fight off?
they did. They stopped
tell
the
off,
fight.
right? Yeah.
But
But
Ugas' eyes were big, man.
Crawford's last fight was it?
I think
December,
Avenese.
right?
Yeah. It's been a while too. I think, but it was 6-7 months ago.
Yeah. So that was it's kind of comparable, but still, it's gonna be a crazy fight because they haven't fought in Yeah, half a year.
Yeah, they both need activity. I tell you that.
100%.
Yeah.
And now we got it, man. This Saturday. It's gonna
Yeah,
be crazy,
no, I
right?
can't wait, man. That's
It's
why
gonna
we
be
talk
nuts,
about this. We have
right?
to talk.
Is there anything else that you see?
As a
lacking?
weakness, man, both of these guys are so decorated and so experienced that there's not a lot of flaws in their game, man.
It's gonna be a tough match, that's for sure.
That's exactly. I can see how Spence will win it, and I can also see how Crawford will win this. Other than speed, maybe lack of activity.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it's weakness, but his injuries throughout the years.
But he looked strong against that Ugas
Well, that's
fight,
exactly
that was
why.
crazy, bro.
Like they fixed the eye, and as he said, it's stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I other than that, man, it's the gap is so like there's really not much any gap that I can see either one winning. So
Right. It's gonna be a good fight regardless, man. And some like strengths with Spence. First things first, we'll address it right away. Pressure.
oh dog
Walks you down.
walks every
Everyone.
single opponent that he faced. So that's gonna be the key, and I think if he's gonna win, that's how he's gonna do it. He's been telling all of us, right? I watched the interview where he said he's like, it's probably the biggest fight in boxing, but it could be just a one-sided ass whooping, man, and you never know.
Bro, if that is, I'd literally cry, bro. Like, wow, is this really happening?
That's when I
Right?
say, hey, there's level to this, and that's his strength for sure. Is pressure. Crawford, he's good at pressuring, but the thing is with Crawford though, he's also comfortable and good at fighting backwards.
Yeah.
That's why they're tailor made for each other. Because Spence will move forward, and that's where he's comfortable, but Crawford can move backward and whoop your ass too. So
True, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how Crawford adjusts to that. Well, not really adjusts, but like reacts to that to that forward pressure.
Yeah.
Just fighting on the back foot. I wonder if Spence is gonna probably try to. Obviously, he's gonna try to disrupt his rhythm and all that stuff.
Yep.
But it's gonna be really interesting to see how Crawford reacts to that pressure. Because Spence's pressure from the fights that I've seen,
round one
Nuts.
to round 12.
yeah, nuts. Just always moving you forward, cutting the ring off, putting you in a corner
Yep.
against the ropes. And dude, being against the ropes is not fun.
Not fun at all, man. Based on our experience, and one thing about Spence is with his pressure, he's technical.
Yeah.
He's not one of those guys
Just
put his
brawlers.
head down, punch. No, he's technical. He's still defensive while being pressured. While pressuring, I mean.
Pressure with purpose.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the one, man.
That's what makes him great, because
Right?
he's pressured, but it's still hard. He's still hard to hit.
Yeah.
So it'll be really, really interesting to see how that fight goes, man. I'm so excited.
Right? And the other thing we should address too, man, is body work. Bro, flood in the basement.
He invests in it early, really early.
You
Pays
need-
dividends in the end, man.
Exactly, man. Then just imagine he starts doing that round 1 to round 12.
He will.
With Crawford.
He should.
Yeah.
Because again, Crawford is a slow starter. What do you do when he's a slow starter? You start strong,
Yeah.
big to the body. And man, I don't know if it pays off at the end of the fight, man. He can't be weak against Spence in the later rounds.
No, 100%. And bro, and here's the thing too, bro. With his size, bro, with Spence's size,
Yeah.
just attacking the body.
Yeah.
Bro, that's no joke.
Yeah.
Question for you: is there a rehydration clause in this?
No, there's none.
So once they cut down to 145, he can probably blow up to
147.
147. He could probably blow up to what?
Up to you,
150,
baby.
160, whatever.
Yeah, Crawford's probably going to be the 150, 160. Spence probably go up to 170.
Bro, because he looks big, bro.
He looks big.
Big
Yeah.
on fight day.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
So
That's
we'll
going to be a
see.
problem, man. And I guess, that's a good segue into the next one, which is his strength, man. Durability.
Strength. Yep. Spence, man, he's just a tank. He's a technical tank. That's what I always been like. Not Tank Davis. Like he's just a tank. He'll go
take shit,
forward.
too.
He's durable. And the thing with Spence, his constant pressure, he always won up himself the last round. So from round 1, he'll be the strongest in round 12. His stamina is crazy.
That's nuts, man.
So I don't know. Well, I don't know. But Crawford should be able to contain him from round 1 to round 12, because round 1, he's going to go at you right away. Same with round 12. So there's no difference. So that's the key. And he better, man, I know he will, though. With Crawford, it's going to be in his A game. So that's why it's
They both are, man.
they both are.
They both got to bring like their best version of themselves this
Yep.
fight. Because if they don't, bro, they're gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah.
You're gonna know right away.
one mistake. This is how great this fight is going to be because they're both looking to capitalize on someone's mistake, and that's all it could cost them, man. Just
Yeah.
one mistake, and that's it. Especially with Crawford, one mistake, bro. Night.
Do you think there's gonna be a knockout?
See,
That's the goal. That's the key question. Is there gonna be a knockout in this high level fight? I'm gonna say I don't think so.
Wow.
I really don't think so.
Crawford has knocked out every single opponent he's faced in 147.
But but Spence's size, bro.
Yeah.
But then again, anyone can get knocked out. That's
Well,
the thing.
yeah.
Anyone can.
You're removing that statement though. So you think they're gonna stand toe to toe all fight?
Oh, 100% they
All
are.
around,
But
all around.
I don't think Spence is getting knocked out. I don't think Crawford's getting knocked out. Body shot, okay, yeah, but an actual knockout where you hit him in the chin and his eyes are rolling back, he's going to sleep? Hell no, I don't think it's happening.
Okay, so maybe we'll go into the. Well, actually, one thing I want to point out in terms of like the advantages is Spence's resume.
Oh, big.
I think it is slightly better than Crawford. However, Crawford was undisputed at 140. Let's not take that away. But Spence's resume in this weight class is far more superior than Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
true.
beaten. He has 3 belts and he's beaten the champion, like 3 times. Right? He's beaten Kell Brook to get the belt. He's beaten Sean Porter, and he's beaten last one. What's his name? Ugas. For a 3 belt.
But did he knock out Sean Porter?
He didn't. That's a good question.
There you go, right?
That's a good question.
And who knocked out Sean Porter?
This guy that he's gonna face. So
That's what makes it
these
interesting,
are the
though.
questions that will be
Yeah.
answered, right?
Yeah. So
Tomorrow,
it's,
man.
It's gonna be a very interesting fight, and SB, take it away. Segue into the next part, man, because this is your shit right here, man.
Man, let's talk about the actual. How do you think the fight is gonna go, man? I'll start with you. How do you from round 1? Well, not really specific, but just how do you see the fight planning out, man?
Okay, so I'm gonna take a step back. There's not gonna be a knockout,
How about a knockdown?
probably. Most likely there would be a knockdown, but no one's getting knocked out. No one's
Okay.
getting knocked out. I'm gonna put $5 on this.
Okay,
We'll put some money up on this, but I don't think anyone's getting knocked out. I think it's just gonna be most likely a split decision, because in my opinion, split decision round 12.
How does
That's
it
what I
go
think.
first? How does it go though?
So I
The
think
early rounds. Let's go to the early
off,
rounds.
Off the bat, I think Spence is gonna do what he does in every single fight.
Yep.
Pressure.
Yep.
Right. Crawford is gonna be fighting off his back foot, switch hitting, right? Just looking for opportunities to hit him. Literally gonna be a high level chess match.
Yeah.
The highest chess match, bro.
Oh, I'm
right?
imagining it right
Grandmaster
now.
versus
I'm imagining
Grandmaster,
it right now.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. Mid rounds, heavy shots is gonna start landing. No one's gonna get knocked down. In the near the end of it, I feel Crawford is gonna start taking over. Ooh. And that's my opinion. Yes, Spence has the cardio for that and all that stuff, but I think that Crawford is gonna figure Spence out
He's gonna figure him out.
at the end.
Okay.
At the end, but no knockout. Split decision, round 12, Crawford. That's how I think it's gonna end.
Wow. That's a. Again, you can't go wrong with any predictions
exactly.
in this fight,
right?
man.
It's gonna be a good one.
For me, man, at the first early rounds, I see Spence just whooping Crawford's ass. Like not to a point where Crawford can't fight anymore. I think Crawford is just be defensive. He's just gonna try. He's just gonna read Spence.
Yeah, just download.
First 1 or 2 rounds, Spence is just gonna throw the jab, 1-2s, just kind of beating him every round. But I think when it comes to like the second and third, I don't think Crawford will download for like 4 or 5 rounds. He
No,
can't
he
afford
can't,
it. He
dude,
can't
yeah.
because you're down 5-0. Now you got to knock him out.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it'll take about the third round, maybe second, the third round where Crawford's going to hit him back. Where every time Spence's punch, he has an answer for him. Just, keeping him in his place a little bit.
Yeah. Just
But
getting their respect.
I see both of them just smiling while doing this because they're both like, oh, you got me?
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
see
oh,
you.
you got me. And so I see them both enjoying this, having an answer for each and every answers that they have. And then I still think that Spence's pressure will continue on the whole fight because he's not going to change, man. He's going to move forward, jab, pressure you all night. But gradually, I think Crawford will have an answer for every single punches of Spence. And to be honest, I think by the closer to the end championship rounds 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. It'll be the same thing, high-level chess match until he catches Spence, man. And I'm not going to say it's a one-punch knockout. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
I say he's going to catch him, bring him down. And once he comes up after the 10, before the 10 counts, I think it's going to be a barrage of punches, man. And that's going to be it.
You think
I think
so?
Crawford will get him.
I think Crawford
You
think he's getting the KO?
I think Crawford will get a KO. Just this fight, though.
Yeah.
This fight.
That's gonna be interesting, bro. Because if he knocks Spence out,
he has all the
history.
belts, man. Crawford will be a 2-time undisputed champion. That's the only one in history. He will be the only one in history.
that's a lot on the line, dude.
A lot of the line.
A lot on the line.
But get this, man. It's that's just my official prediction. But I know for a fact that if Crawford knocks out Spence being the A side, there'll be a rematch.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I can guarantee you in the rematch, if that's how it plays out, like if it's a round 10, round 11 knockout, I think Spence will get him the next fight.
You think so?
The reason why is because Spence breaks you. You're not the same person after fighting Spence. Look at Ugas. His last fight was against Spence,
Yeah.
right? And he just hasn't gotten back yet. Look at Kell Brook when he got knocked out against Spence. He wasn't back, but although he lost Triple G, but who else did he beat? Sean Porter. They said after that performance, that was a close fight. He wasn't the same.
No.
You know, he was one foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
I think in the rematch though that Spence will break Crawford. I think Crawford won't be the same after this. That's just my take, and then. That's what you want, man. You want this to have a rematch, and you want to see
what
it
happens,
again.
you know? Just see what happens. See what happens in round 2, you know?
Yep.
The fight ultimately comes down like to who can really adapt to each style's better, right? Because at that high level, dude, there's really not much room for error.
No, not at all.
Literally none, because they've been training their whole goddamn lives.
And these are two of the top guys, man. I hate to say it because Mayweather and Pacquiao they were the Spence and Crawford, but stylistically, Mayweather's a nightmare for Pacquiao because, you know, he's a counterpuncher, he's a boxer, and he's way bigger than Pacquiao, right? These two are totally different. You know, Crawford likes fighting backwards.
Yep.
Spence obviously loves fighting forward. So it'll be a high-level chess match, but it'll be, man, I can't wait.
So boxing needs, excited. Man. We need this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This should have happened. This is a long time coming. This should have happened 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
But that would have been so. Okay, if this fight happened 4 or 5 years ago, do you think it would be
I got
the same
Spence?
outcome?
I know I had Spence. Yeah, I think the only reason that's why Crawford will win this is because he's been more active and he's already embedded in the welterweight. Like he didn't just move up. He's been here. So I think that's the only reason why. It's just more inactivity from Spence.
Yeah, and 4 or 5 years ago, Spence didn't have all those injuries.
No accidents. He's
None
been
of
active.
That. Yeah.
And he was the bigger guy. He was the actual bigger guy because at the time, you know, Crawford just moved up, so his body's still adjusting.
You think Bud was ducking?
No.
So?
I don't think any of them, man. Both of them, I think they wanted to fight. It's just
they couldn't agree to terms.
Man, yeah, it's not them, bro. It's politics. It's boxing's. Crawford was with Top Rank at the time.
Yep.
Spence is with PBC. So, man, that's just how it goes.
It's just a
it's
game.
Fortunate, but here we are. You know, we had Tank and Ryan. I think they started the wave. So now we have this. Canelo moving to PBC. It's gonna
be interesting.
Getting the fights, man.
Yeah, we're getting the fights that we want to see. It's gonna be interesting to see Canelo and what is his name? Charlo. That's gonna be that's something we'll talk about as well. Right, because that's gonna be a good fight. We'll talk about that a week beforehand. You know, we gotta do a little bit of research on Charlo. Canelo, we can talk all day. That's our boy, cabrones. You know, but yeah, man, I'm pumped for this fight. It can go either way, but my money is on Crawford.
We can definitely be wrong, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly. Right. It'll go either way, man. So I'm pumped for the fight. Anything else we should go over, SB? I think
that's it, man.
I think we should just watch.
We just gotta watch
see what happens. You know,
July. I keep saying January. July 29th. I think it starts it's earlier, so 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Mountain time here in Calgary, and we just Have fun, man. I can't wait.
I'm excited for the undercard too.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be fucking crazy. Isak Cruz.
We got
buddy.
Nonito Donaire.
And our boy
the Flash.
Valorias are gonna be.
Oh
fighting.
yeah. Justin Valoria is gonna be on the undercard
too. But the whole fight card is gonna be nuts, man. So that's one I'm actually gonna be watching from start to finish.
Oh yeah, and guys, I know you stream a lot of fights. This one though, man, you gotta pay for it.
Support, man. Support.
We waited for this fight. We guys asked for it the last 5 years, and then you're just gonna stream it? No, man. We gotta pay for this
You
fight.
gotta support, man. You
Yeah,
gotta support.
bro.
Do it the right way.
Yes, sir.
The right way, man. So I'm pumped for the fight. We'll watch it tomorrow. We'll see how it all pans out. And man, if Crawford wins, I'm gonna be a rich boy. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Exactly.
I got my money on Crawford.
Exactly. So guys, until next time, my name is MP.
My name is SB Stefan.